Greetings everyone, my name is Seruk Chuma for Financial Insight Zambia, here at the official ceremony of the first ever green bond on the Zambian market, which is $200 million, just over $200 million with CEC. Right now I'm joined by the new Chief Executive Officer of the Lusaka Securities Exchange, Nicholas Kabaso. Nicholas, how are you doing?
Thank you very much, Chuma, and thank you very much as well for hosting us here.
Thank you so much. Congratulations on the appointment, by the way.
Thank you.
So tell us what this means for the market.
Well, I think it's a good question and it's a good start in terms of getting the information out there. So the green bond ideally is a sustainable bond. So what it basically means is that the listing of a particular bond is merely helping us to get the funds that are directed towards green initiatives. And in this particular case for CEC, the funds are going towards a solar plant. And what we're looking at there is how do we increase generation of power, utilization, but using more smarter ways of generating power, and using smart grids such as solar, is a good start, because now what we're having there is less utilization of water. The resources there are not very much exploited, and if you have to look at the source of the energy itself, is coming from natural elements such as the sun. So already you're talking about how then do we maximize capacity to be able to increase our the capacity to be able to consume more power, but still not deplete the natural environment. So the whole essence around then why we're issuing the bond is to let those particular funds rest, to be directed towards those initiatives. How can we generate more value out of our energy, but still doing that in a more energy efficient way? So that is basically where the bond is coming in. So what is the incentive then for you and I, even for other prospective issuers? So if you have to look at our environment now, it's being depleted. We're talking about a lot of elements that are going wrong with our environment, and hence even our natural weather elements are also being undermined. So with this particular initiative of raising money for specific stop measures to help our environment become better, it then incentivizes individual issuers to be able to look out for any areas of initiatives, and then the market is more than ready to be able to fund those particular causes. So it's good for individual issuers who are looking for specific areas of green initiatives, but also for you and I, because this particular cause affects all of us. So the advantage then that you have, even as an individual investor, is that if this green initiative concept speaks to your heart and mind, you then be able to get to see need for you to be able to invest. And as you are investing, you're supporting that cause, that we're going to be more green efficient, even as we are looking at expanding our power generation. So that's basically what it is, in terms of, the rollout and the launch of this particular bond on the market today. And I think we're looking forward to many more that are going to come through. Yeah. That will help us to get to see then how many more can we then be able to pipe up within our market, and what sort of impact that will have on the various sort of green projects that we are seeing all around us.
Yeah, that's actually amazing. You mentioned that you want to see more of this type of sustainable bonds raised through your particular institution. The minister announced that the incentives, there's no withholding tax for any sustainable bond or green bond.
Correct.
And CEC are the first to actually benefit from this incentive.
Correct.
Are there any other incentives that are part of this sustainable finance? And also, how does this fit in with the capital markets master plan?
So I think I'll start from the latter part of your question in terms of how does it then bring the bigger picture of the capital market master plan. So within the capital market master plan, there were very deliberate sort of initiatives for us to be able to drive the deepening of our market. And in deepening our market, we're looking at various sort of products that we can then be able to launch, where you and I, as both issuers as well as investors, can then be able to participate in. And this particular issuance of the green bond is one such product which we wanted to roll out within the capital market master plan. Now that we've got the first green bond listing on the market, we are happy to say that we are starting to meet some of those milestones we set for ourselves within the capital market master plan. We've got a very complex product, that has now been launched on the market. And for you and I as investors, we've got an opportunity to be able to participate, when the bond starts to trade on the market as it has today. And even for those prospective ones that are yet to come, it gives you an incentive to be able to invest. Now, the more of these different and more sophisticated sort of bond listings we get, the more deeper the market, becomes. And the deeper it is, the more capital we attract. And that helps us within the capital market, master plan assignment of us being able to elevate our market from just being a vanilla market to being a frontier market. And these are some of the initiatives we're seeing elevating us to those frontier markets. So that is a huge opportunity. So what is the need for you as an incentive, as an individual investor? So like I did mention earlier, bond listings such as these ones are targeted, investments. So even the proceeds of the funds have to go towards green initiatives. Now, like I did mention earlier, almost all of us are affected by, the depletion of our environment. So if we want to support a cause such as CEC, where they want to generate more power but in a greenish, efficient way, then this becomes an incentive for you and I to be able to invest. And the beauty about it, again, is that even as you're looking at the returns, not only are you earning returns that you're going to be proud of, but you're also realizing that those returns are also sustaining the environment and the society in which we are living. And that also helps us protect the future. So that becomes a huge, psychological incentive that you have to be able to do that. And because the green bond is tagged by very strict rules, and that also gives you a benefit that even as you're investing your money, and especially if it has been approved for listing, you're already incentivized that if you're supporting the cause, you get the very maximum utility from that investment.
All right, and able to speak more of the demand for investment vehicles such as green bonds, because we saw the first tranche of this particular green bond was oversubscribed by 178%. That's a lot of demand.
Too much.
So are you able to speak more on that and how you'd like to see more people get onto the market, because there's a lot of money on the table available?
Very good question. So I think in terms of getting to see, what that demand means for us, it basically means that on the demand side, we are sorted. We've got enough capacity to be able to invest in terms of some of these green bond issuances, and if most of these green bond listings are meeting the various tenets of what green bonds are all about. So the demand side, which is already oversubscribing some of these tranches that we've already seen on the market, gives us a positive drive that we need to have more on the market. So the very fact that this particular tranche has been oversubscribed already gives an incentive to those other prospective issuers to look in our direction, be able to talk to us. We start a conversation on how we can then get them to list their first green bond. We have enough capacity that has been able to even help us to list the CEC green bond. So they can be rest assured, even as you're looking out there, that if they want to come on the market, they've got enough capacity that can help them to be able to build that sort of listing on the market. So for us, we're very excited. The market has already warmed up to this particular cause, and for prospective issuers, we're only looking forward to them coming on board and helping us to deepen our markets further, but most importantly also serve that excess demand that we have on the market.
Oh, that's amazing. Because it's been a pleasure having you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Chuma.
This has been Cedric Chuma for Financial Insight Zambia. Get to know.